Well, happy whatever day it is. It's a day, isn't it? Sure is. And I'm just sitting here. I'm starting early today because I just kind of had that realization earlier that, you know, you could very well be dying of coronavirus like any time because it's kind of like I'm not usually one to freak out over stuff, and I'm not freaking out. I mean, whatever happens, I mean, it's all you can do is protect yourself the best you can, and whatever becomes of it is what it is. I mean, I know a lot of people hate hearing that, and it's like, oh God, there goes that saying again. It is what it is. But I mean, really, that's what it boils down to. It's out of our control. We just don't. Anyhow, how's everybody today? I hope you're having, some level of enjoyment during your time of sequestration. Yeah, I've just been sort of here. So I decided to start today and start early because of my realization of, my friend Michael Grando, everybody send out hugs to him. Joe Diffie died, and he was his drummer, or he is his drummer, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Michael's just such a sweetheart, kitty. Okay. Anyways, I was messing around with some linear stuff between my hi-hat and my snare drum and kick drum. And so I'm just going to play a little bit of that, and I'm just going to go back to it and let you guys just kind of stare. But on another front, I sent 3 cams back to Zoom today for RMA, and they're going to send me back 3 4K cams in return. So today's stream is brought to you in super high def. Except on Facebook, because they crunch everything down to crap. But on the YouTube side, hey, yeah, you guys get the big picture. Yeah. Yay! People are here. Woohoo! Eric Barenfeld, I will have you know, I am, brother, just got to take a look here. Can you see him? You see him there? Those are my slug beaters. Eric Barenfeld, slugpercussion.com. Hell yeah. Best beaters on the planet. I've been using slug beaters pretty much exclusively since 1995. Love those slug beaters. I'm going to put on a metronome because I need to kind of sketch that a little bit more. I'm kind of liking that groove. What was that, about 100? Oh, where the hell is that thing? God damn it. Come on, dude. So I'm trying to get my metronome happening here, and I don't know what wrong. I don't know why it's not working for me. Let's see if I can just make the computer. Oh, no, it's actually plugged in. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be hearing. Am I correct? Where am I? What's my name today? There's always something with these, right? This is why there's commercial breaks. There it is. That's why. Because it was my TV grabs the audio. Eek, and there's that little cheesy click sound. Who listens to that? I don't know. So we're going to put this about 110. That's about right. Yeah. took me a minute. Some of these new boards, in order for them to change the volume, you have to slide the slider all the way up and then all the way down. So I think I got it figured out. Geez, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm still trying to get my stuff all dialed in. You know, it's a never-ending tweakage. Yeah, these brilliant hi-hats are nice. These are some of the newer Sabian HHX groove hats. These are the 14s. I got a set of 15s, and I got a set of 16s. And I'm thinking about going back to my 15s. Not that I don't like these 14s. I haven't had 14s in a long time. I'd been playing 15s and 16s for a while. The 16s are just beefy. I like them. And I put my 22 Artisan Medium ride back on just because, well, once I played it, it's kind of like, no, that's the ride right there. That's the one. Yep. And I actually dropped it at a gig one time. So it's got a nice character mark in it right here. Big old ding. Oh, that's a bend, you know. But that's what happened. So speaking of spinning cymbals, I got fired from a band that I'd never even been a member of one time. It was a jam session. I was sitting in with these guys, I was in the house band, and these artists show up. You know, they've got a band, and they were on stage, and you know, they obviously like to have a lot of fun. They were kind of drinking. I remember that. And they kept spinning my cymbals, like, you know, my ride especially. Kept spinning my ride. And I finally looked at him. I go, please don't do that. And he, like, got all offended. Oh, we spin our drummer's cymbals all the time. Well, so I tried to patiently and calmly explain to him that, well, when you do that, it changes, like, my tone center. You know, it's like all of a sudden I'm playing a different part of the ride. And it, you know, I'm not used to it because am I being too, like, you know, anal retentive about that? Hey, Dominic, how are you? Yeah, I've tried those legacy rides, the heavy legacy ride, because they're not really that heavy. You know what? I almost wore your shirt today. I'm wearing Dana Bentley's Drum Shop. Free pluggage right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so getting back to my story about see there, that's ADD squirrel. Yeah, you know, I didn't. Normally it wouldn't bother me, but you know, being that I'm playing and I'm just so used to hearing a certain thing, and I'm also not used to somebody spinning my cymbals. So there's that, and you know, I'm all for party good time. I remember one time I was playing it was a bachelorette party at Tin Roof San Diego, and I was playing with these country guys, and this bachelorette party comes up on stage because spinster party sounds so sexy, doesn't it? And she sets, because you know my cymbals are set flat like this, she sets her drink on the side, just sets it down on my cymbal like it's a table. I kid you not. I just grabbed her drink and I went, boom, threw it right over my shoulder. She looks at me and she's pissed. I'm like, that's not a table. Why would you do that? So, you know, overly dramatic displays of territorial rights were, you know, that might have worked in the earlier days to aggressively go after the encroacher, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty cool about not. Well, I went to a lot of anger management, is what it was, and I'm not kidding about that either. I used to have a temper. Well, I still do, but you know, I learned how to keep the lid on, how to keep the bucket of toxic paint on top of my head that we all have. We just haven't realized. Most people don't realize that you're carrying a bucket of, your personal colors on top of your head, and whatever spills out, is what happens, and that's the kind of person you come across as. So, yeah, there's been days where I've spewed toxic sludge like a freaking like turning on a blender with the lid off, So anyways, what is my favorite fill, if there is any specific? I think I could, my favorite fill is the one that I haven't done yet. The one that I've not heard myself do yet. Because, every so often I'll play something and it'll just be totally random. I'm like, woo, I like that. That's my favorite fill. My most overused fill would probably fall between a paradiddle and a 6-stroke roll. So my goal is to try to get more rudimental variations in my drumming. And Swiss Army triplets are fun for that kind of thing. I'm going to play some Swiss Army triplets right now. And you can do a Rosanna shuffle with those too. You can apply Swiss Army triplets and do the Rosanna Dana. Hey, that's kind of. I'm going to do the Rosanna Dana. How about that? I don't know what that means, but I'm going to do it. But first, water. This one deserves a click track. Excuse me. This one deserves a click track. So I have to learn to talk coherent. I think that's my favorite fill. That's one I don't normally do. So it's just basically dotted. Well, it'd be like swung eighth notes. Da 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 da, but starting on the up and da 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 da, and then but playing flams, and then putting a bass drum on it. So it's like a big thick flam, like a three flam, a flam. Some of the cats nowadays, man, you hear them like that snare and kick drum. You know, they'll play like Mason, man. Mason does that stuff, you know. Mason Goodry. Damn, he's got me knocking stuff off my mics. Yeah, Mason Goodry. If you haven't checked out Mason, go check out Mason. He's a scary little monster. So if you ever find yourself in Bratislava, Slovakia, go to Dominic Balerek's shop. It's called All Four Drums. You can get there all4drums.com. So if you're in Eastern Europe, check out his shop. It's a really cool little place. We were playing at the club across the street from it, and I just happened to look over, and there's a drum shop. I'm like, oh, it's really cool, man. This is great, a drum shop. So I popped my head in there, and, you know, we talked for a little while and hung out, and, yeah, it was fun. That was cool. It was such a surprise to have a drum shop right across the street from the venue. So if you get tired of this view here, I've got this view as well. But the lighting, man, I swear some of these cameras, they, I can't quite get the white balance on them set properly. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm using filters in OBS. But hey, man, thanks, Dominic. No problem. I'm happy to give any information I can. Let's see. Tom Twist sent me a message. Hi, Bill. Love your feed and post. Do you have suggestions on what I need to do online lessons? I purchased an Allen & Heath ZE10 FX mixer for my laptop, struggling to figure out what to use for extra camera views. Any suggestions? Okay, so the thing about that is the Skype only allows you to control one camera at once. So if you're using, you can use like I'm using the Zoom Q2N 4Ks. That's what I got on the kit right now. And, you know, I can pick either one of them. So I think there's probably a plug-in to feed any kind of broadcast software. Open broadcast software is what I use, OBS. It's free. It's just how you set it up. You know, you got to be the one to set it up. It's kind of like, you know, Photoshop. You can do simple things, or you can really get in depth with it. You know, wipes and fades and random stuff. And I haven't quite gotten that sophisticated with it yet, but I'm learning. My buddy Asher Falero, he kind of caused me to step up my game. So I think I'm gonna play a song. Hey, Jason Brock, how are you, man? Oh, thank you very much. CC Mixter, ccmixter.org. It's part of Creative Commons, and it's a whole bunch of musicians doing open source music. Check it out. Give you guys a shout out. Okay, I'm going to go find, I think I fixed my computer problem yesterday with the sound. It was, oh, there we go. Oh, hang on. That's not the one I want. I think it's this one. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I see it now. All right. We're going to try this one. See if I can do it without screwing it up too bad. This version does not have the vocals in it, and there is a version that does. So I really apologize for screwing you guys up like that. Hang on. Hold on, please. I'll find it. Hang on. I got it here somewhere. I'm sorry. I took the money. There's no Toto here? Get the hell out. Do I need a sound guy? Yeah, Mitch, I need a sound guy. Definitely, dude. Hang on, let me see if I can find it online here. Jeez, man, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's the one. I found it. It's on YouTube. Hang on. I got to just reduce the volume a little bit.
Rosanna, never thought that a girl like you would ever care for
So I screwed up the ending. Oh boy. Get my drink tickets taken away. Okay. Wasn't that fun? Is that groove notated anywhere? Mitch, I don't think it is, man. I think maybe somebody should write that one out. I mean, if there were low-hanging fruit to be had in the drum world, not that it's low-hanging fruit, it's the best fruit ever. You know, Porcaro was amazing. But yeah, talk about pandering, man. Pander. What was that? Kevin Gilbert. Schmooze, pander. Yawn, jack you up. It was a Suit Fugue. Look that up by Kevin Gilbert, and then look up the expanded version of that, because it's a fugue, and it's all these funny lines that Kevin Gilbert sings, and it's done in the like 14th, 13th century fugue style or whatever, and it's just brilliant stuff. God, man, the world lost a good one when Kevin Gilbert went a little too far. Bummer, dude. But that was in 1996, yeah? Okay, so moving along, what shall we do? I'm going to play one of my favorite songs. And it might be one of your favorite songs, too, by the time this is over. No, maybe not. But it is one of my favorite songs. And it is, well, it's somewhere. It's somewhere on a playlist here. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's cut by a big band called Little Feat. It's called Scan It Back. It's one of my favorite songs to play. unexpected simian flick interjection there. Antelope. That wasn't expected. Gotta say. Let's see what else I can play. Oh, but first I'm gonna go be a pig of this. I'm starting a watch party. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. More songs, I think. Or more drums. I got this thing in 9 in my head. Yo, Jesse. What's happening, Jesse Smith? How are you? Okay. Yes, sir. I've never been in a watch party before. I just was trying to share this. It said, start watch party. And I'm like, well, okay, let's start a watch party, yeah? So for all you drum types, let me just explain my kit to you real quick here. I'm a Sabian artist. These are all Sabian symbols, of course. I've got 18-inch Evolution Ozone. It's a 19-inch Artisan Crash. It's a AAX 7-inch Max Splash, a Portnoy Splash. This is a 22 Artisan Medium Ride. That's a AAX Vault Crash 15 with on top a 17 AAX Extreme China mounted on a hi-hat bracket. And it's a 17-inch Artisan Crash. And these are the new 14-inch HHX Groove hats that I have bought. Drums are Stone Custom drums, made by Bernie Stone. Seems like I need like a bossa nova behind this. You've just won. No. And then these are Koa Cherries, Koa Cherry drums by Bernie Stone. They are, you can kind of see the finish on them. Kind of a brown wood. They were going to be a ukulele, but we saved it from that particular fate. So no pig roasts for this kit. Although every time I eat bacon, I see them twitching a little. So maybe they wanted to be at a pig roast. I don't know. What else? Oriolo snare drum. It's a 6.5 by 14 aluminum. It's a big beer can. Sounds freaking awesome. I love it. I just got it. I got 5 of Vukan Karadzic's drums. He has Oriolo.com. Check those drums out. They're just seriously sick. And DW pedals. I've got Audix and Shure mics. Oh, yeah, and Eric Berenfeld, Slug Percussion. And I can't forget Aquarian drum heads, because Chris Brady will probably see this and be like, why didn't you mention this, dude? Of course, Chris, you don't talk like that. That's just me being stupid. But that's usually most of the time anyway, right? Anyways, Aquarian drum heads. I love them. I loves them. Modern Vintage 2s on the toms. And ProMark sticks by D'Addario. It's not D'Addario, it's D'Addario. Hi-ho D'Addario. You will get splaned. And these are not necessarily signature sticks, but they're sticks with my signature on. They're just straight up 2B wood tips. 2Bs or not 2Bs. Okay, more songs, more playing, more playage. You no talkie, more ping pong. Man, I gotta paint that channel slider like bright orange or something, because I swear I thought it was all the way down, and I just took a frickin' buttload of energy to the ears right there. Oh, Billy, my God, I'm killing me. It's kind of like my ears feel like burnt toast now. Yeah, a little tune by my bandmate. He's kind of a big deal in certain circles. Yeah. I love Paul. He's such a nice guy. He's like the nicest human. He's just so cool, you know? How could you not like Paul Gilbert? I mean, if you ever met him, he's just what a down to earth guy. That's the thing about playing in a band like that is, you know, when you're in a group like that, you try not to let in little things bug you, you know, because the thing is that the idea is not to rock the boat for the band leader, and you know, you don't want to create tension, especially on the road. If you're on the road with a band, you know, my personal rule is when I wake up and if I, you know, start feeling kind of crappy or whatever, I ask myself, am I the kind of guy I want to be stuck in a van with for, you know, 9, 10, 12 hours at a time? And if I'm not, if the answer's no, then go make the answer yes somehow, because that's what counts, you know. And interpersonal relationships, it's a, you know, everybody's different. Everybody's going to wake up in their own way, but for the most part, the Paul Gilbert camp is a real nice group of cats, you know. So, you know, where am I? And interpersonal relationships. It's a, you know, everybody's different. Everybody's going to wake up in their own way, but for the most part, the Paul Gilbert camp is a real nice group of cats, you know. Somewhere I hear audio. You know. Huh. Okay. Am I live? Am I alive? Hi. What's the delay like on this end here? Okay. I'm going to play another song, yeah? You might know this one. Sitting on the park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intents. Snot running down his nose, greasy fingers smearing shabby clothes.
just start away uneasy. You poor old sod, you see it's me. Sitting on the park bench, my little girls with bad intent. Shots running down his nose, greasy fingers smearing shabby clothes. Hey, Aqualung, crying in the cold sun, watching as the frilly panties run. Hey, Aqualung, feeling like a dead duck, spitting out pieces of his broken luck. Hey, Aqualung, ow.
Looks like Facebook kicked me off